Hey, Super Solars. Welcome to yet another Monday. I'm your host and administrative personnel for Super People Building Super Lives. My name is Deanne, or D. Jordan, and today we're discussing. I don't think I have enough lighting on. Let me see here. Turn on a lamp. It's kind of late. It's 6:15, 6:14 actually, on a Monday, Monday the 12th of April, 2021. Just in case you forgot the date, I do sometimes on Mondays. But yeah, so today we're talking about the serious topic of depression, and I'm gonna launch right into it. I don't know what's hopping on. It's just okay if people come on later or catch the replay. That's fine too. We had a little bit of discussion last week. Hopefully, we can get more discussion going, or at least you can have those who watch my live or replay thought about the topic of friendship, and hopefully we're able to make some strides in your own personal friendship. I'll keep posting discussion questions. You can fill them out at your leisure, and we'll see how things take off. It's been a lot of fun making these videos. I do have a lot to say on each topic. A lot of people haven't been as responsive to the discussion questions, and I'm just thinking that's a real shame. But if you can find the time to respond and get a conversation going, that's the point of this group, as well as to see if you want to work with me personally as a life coach. I am found under Helpful Heart Productions as Deanne Jordan, the life coach. So there's kind of like two ways you can contact me and discuss your life. If you want to talk about any of the topics mentioned previously, I am seeking and taking new clients on. I'm very affordable. I'm a sliding scale person, but you can also work with your own personal therapist if you have insurance. I personally don't accept insurance. I'm a life coach. Um, but you can work with me as a private paid personnel. Um, and I do a free consult. And I do offer free advice on this webpage, but I do a free consult for you personally. Should you want to call or contact me or just message me, I do that as well. But yeah, so we're going to launch into the topic of depression. Now, depression happens when serotonin is off in your brain. So it's a chemical in your brain is off and causes chronic depression or low energy where you feel like you can sleep for weeks. Or maybe you have depression from an event and it spirals. You're feeling sad, out of control, loss of appetite, loss of feeling hopeless, feeling like you just can't continue, feeling really low down, low energy, just feeling generally ugh. I've experienced depression personally. I had bipolar depression when I was 18, 19, and it started off from a breakup and it spiraled into my negative, hello, someone's on, negative self-talk. And it was something that was so chronic and so debilitating that I know from lived experience. This is in my late teens and early 20s. I'm 30, almost 33 now, so it's been a while since I've experienced depression. I've been managing my symptoms pretty well. And don't worry, you can heal your depression with the right amount of support and the right amount of possibly medication or supplementation and the right amount of people being in your corner and the right amount of work, because it takes work to come out of depression. Just like anything in life, it takes work to come out of depression and feel okay. So mild depression can come about an event like a breakup or feeling alone and lonely in life, lack of supportive people. A fight can lead to depression, any type of fight, like a parent's divorce or a death in the family or a death of a close loved one. There's also drug withdrawals that can lead to depression. There's many different types of depression. There's postpartum, persistent. I looked up these types of disorders. I did a little research before I started this lecture today. So there's postpartum depression. There's persistent depressive disorder, which is called dysthymia. Dystheria. I'm not saying it right. There's bipolar depression, which I suffered with. And there's seasonal affective disorder, which has a component of depression in it. And that's normally, I just know from the top of my head that it really comes with different seasons in life and is affected by probably lack of sun, an environment can cause depression. Lack of sun, getting vitamin D. That's why I always supplement with vitamin D3. It does help with depression. It helps the brain and it just helps you regulate. And also, substance abuse can lead to depression, like I mentioned. Um, so depression is pretty tough. And I'll give you some facts about depression just so you know you're not alone if you've experienced it or if you've supported someone who's experienced depression. Because it is it's not common. It's not uncommon though. So people get sad, but they don't necessarily get depressive sad because it's an extra level of heaviness and sadness to experience and live with depression, and it's a disorder. And people experience depressive disorders in their life, and it leads to suicide. It can lead to hurting yourself, like cutting yourself, or it can lead to, you know, substance abuse, or it can lead to fights. It can lead to overspending. It can lead to a lot. Having depression in a way to compensate for those negative feelings. So, 17.3 million adults suffer from depression. Have had at least one major depressive episode. 17.3 million adults in the United States alone have had at least one major depressive episode. And that's a lot. And at least 3.2 million adolescents in the U.S. between the ages of 12 and 17 have had at least one major depressive episode. I found these facts on DoSomething.org, and I think they're pretty accurate. Now, globally, worldwide, in the year 2017, I know it's been time since then, an estimated 264 million people in the world experienced depression. Say that again. In the year 2017, an estimated 264 million people in the world experienced depression. So it's not an uncommon thing, and like I said, a lot of people do experience depression at least one time in their lives, and how you cope with those ways of dealing with depression is up to you. Now, women are twice as likely to be diagnosed with depression than men, so it's more common for women than men to get depressed, but more men commit suicide than women. So it depends on how you look at things. So depression is, in my opinion, is clearly linked to suicide because not a happy person or a sane person doesn't commit suicide. I worked at a suicide hotline, but the stats are different for each thing. I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes, this lecture, because I have another appointment. I'm doing my taxes today. But yeah. So the treatment for depression, you could take antidepressants or antipsychotic medication, and I highly recommend you combine that with talk therapy. There's also supplements, like I said, D3, ginkgo biloba, a few other things. I find that taurine helps with depression, 5-HTP helps with depression. I mentioned these before. And then for bipolar depression, lithium orotate is very good to supplement for bipolar depression. Anything like teas, even like positive energy teas, are really great for a little boost in your day. I've been drinking positive energy cocoa matcha creamer, and it's nice. It has like a little bit of matcha energy boost to it. So there's drinks that can increase energy because you have a lot of low energy when you're depressed. And there's drinks and there's teas and supplements. You can go to your local health food store and just ask what they recommend. I don't recommend homeopathic remedies, but that's just me personally. You're free to do whatever you choose. Like I mentioned, I'm a life coach and I'm here for you. I highly recommend talk therapy to talk about whatever the symptom of depression triggered you to feel depressed. It's you or supportive of another. I could speak on behalf of supporting another in terms of depression. If you know someone like a family member, like a brother or sister, or a mother or father who struggles with depression, it affects you too. Depression affects everyone around you because it's not just you that experience depression. Everyone who cares about you experiences the depression, so your friends are concerned, you're concerned. It's a pretty heavy thing to have depression in your life, and it should be taken care of because depression prolonged can really lead to some serious chronic illness. And you want to take care of yourself, practice self-care, talk to somebody, get support, talk to a family member. I'm going to post the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services helpline. It's 1-888-662-HELP. That's 4357. And that's a great website I found online it's a referral line to get you services in your area. Fortunately, it's just for the United States, but there's other helplines online that you can connect with that will help you through and get you services in your country or respective area. So that's the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services helpline. It's called SAMHSA, and it's 1-800-662-HELP, 4357. Alrighty, well, I know it's a bit fast for me to go through these facts and talk about such a serious topic, but I don't want to go on forever. I do have another appointment, but I am here to work with you. I've worked with several clients with Life Coach, and I've worked on a suicide hotline, so I've talked with probably hundreds of people that experience depression. I could pray with you if you're into prayer. We can come up with a treatment plan for you, and we can come up with a way for you to cope and handle the depression. Hey Bobby, thanks for joining. I'm almost done, but you can watch the replay. It'll be posted soon. So please seek help if you're experiencing depression. It's not uncommon, like we mentioned earlier, and if you want to work with me, I'm here for you. And I highly seek you talk to someone or call a prayer hotline or do something for you that would help you, motivate you to overcome your depression. And later on today, I'm going to post some discussion questions, probably in an hour or two, because I do have another appointment at 6:30. So just stay tuned and please participate in the discussions. And I hope you're having a great Monday and get enough rest. I always need that. And take care of yourself. Practice self-care, okay? Stay good, Super Solars. All right. Thanks. Mahalo. Sorry. Bye.